Hey guys, welcome to step 5.4, which is the banner season training. So this is where I'm going to be on the banner season platform, showing you how to implement this direct mail system into your business, how to build your campaigns, how to do it all. So this training, you need to be in front of your computer, and so if you can't, I would just stop this training, wait till you can be at your office, wait till you can be at your house so that you can be behind your computer. Because this training is built for you to implement click by click exactly what I'm doing, so that at the end of this training, at the end of step 5.4, you can have your entire FSBO campaign built and ready to rock. So here's where you should be right now. You should already be signed up for a banner season account. Whether or not you sign up for the free account or the paid account, totally up to you. And if you have not done that yet, none of this is going to make any sense. Okay, so if you're going to do direct mail, which I highly, highly recommend you follow this program step by step so you can get one listing every single week, stop this video, go back, watch the previous training, get signed up for banner season, then come back to step 5.4. All right, so here's what we're going to cover in the banner season training. I'm going to give you a full platform overview. I'll go through the address book, adding contacts and creating groups. We're going to create your cards today in projects. That's what they call them in banner season. We're going to walk through creating your FSBO campaign, and then we're going to activate, and I'll talk about deactivating your campaign. So banner season is essentially the updated version of the old send-out card. So if you're familiar with sendoutcards.com, banner season is the updated version of that company. And so the program allows you to stay, in front of prospects using direct mail and gift automation. So you can send out direct mail, gifts, all kinds of different things, which you're going to find out here in just a minute. And you can put all of these on campaigns so people get this information automatically. So the system allows you to set up your prospects and clients on direct mail marketing campaigns. These are like drip campaigns like we talked about, okay? Banner season is also a business opportunity. So for those interested, you just have to let me know. And so banner season, you can kind of build a team. You can build a sales force with when you sign up people to use banner season, you get a commission for that. So any industry can use it, which is really cool. Anybody, dentist, lawyer, doctor, salespeople, marketers, anybody. So if you're interested in the business opportunity side of banner season, just let me know. So let's jump into the platform so I can show you around. Let me pop out of here and we will hop into banner season. Okay. So once you are logged into banner season, this is the dashboard. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through how this entire thing works. First thing is the help and support tab right here. So if you hover over it, it's pink, and this will log you into different video tutorials. You can chat with them. There's an online frequently asked questions. This is a really, really cool platform for you to learn more about this system. And if you ever need help, obviously, you can chat with them to say, hey, I'm having trouble doing X, Y, and Z. Can you help me out with this? So this is their support portal, if you will. And they've got a bunch of different video tutorials in here that you can check out, like how to create custom greeting cards, which I'm going to show you here in this training as well, how to use the address book. I mean, essentially everything you're going to learn, they've got a training for it as well. So go check that out if you need. This little drop-down menu on banner season kind of serves as your navigation. Okay, so on any screen you're at, all you have to do is hit this button up here to go back to home. You can navigate the entire site right from this drop down. So I'm just going to go back home. And so we're gonna look at starting a new project here in just a minute. You got your saved projects. This is where everything you build out will save, right? So here's all of my cards in here. We'll go deep into this in just a second, but all these, they call a project essentially, if you build a card, they call that a project. So this is always saved inside your banner season account. Gift shop is exactly what it says. It's a gift shop. So this is where you can see all the different things you can send out to your clients or your prospects, right? They got brownies. They got, all kinds of stuff in here. Chocolate popcorn and cookies and, gifts and, all kinds of stuff for you to go and check out. You can do personalized gifts, all kinds of stuff. So you can send out, golf balls. You can send out battery chargers. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Tape measures, all kinds of different things. So that's the gift shop. Okay. Just go back home so you can see this page. All right. So now you got your address book, which we're going to jump into here in just a second, where it's housing all of your contacts. This is where you can import a contact list. So if you've got a FSBO list on an Excel file or through your CRM, you can import them right here. This is how you're going to create groups. We're going to talk deep on that here in just a second. You can create, obviously, a new contact, and you can build out different mailing lists, okay? So that is the address book, which we're going to start here in just a minute. We're going to dive into all these. Campaign builders, the design store, campaign store, all these different things we are going to jump into. So let's start with the address book, okay? So once you click on address book, just like I mentioned before, you can import all your contacts. Okay, so if you click on import contacts, if you have all of your for sale by owners in an Excel file, which you can download from your CRM or whatever you're using, you can give this a name, right? FSBOs, and you can download this list and upload this right into the system. Okay, so that's one way. Let me go back to address book. The other way is by creating a new contact. Okay, so right here, you can import contacts. We're going to talk about creating groups second, but you can create a new contact. So once you create a new contact, we're going to go ahead and do this right now. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through all of this. So our sample contact, we're going to call this guy Bob. We're going to call this guy Bob FSBO. Okay, so first name, last name, company name. You don't need anything in there. You can put their email address in here or not, because they're not sending any emails out of here, so that's not imperative. But I'll just put Bob, B-O-B, at FSBO.com. Totally just make that up. You can put their phone number in here if you need to. Now, the address is really cool. So in banner season, they have every address in the country. So whatever address you have in here, it will find this. But for the training, I'm just going to put in a fake address. 123. Look at how many 123 Main Streets there are, actually. 123 Main Street. I'm just going to use this one in Michigan for the time being. We're just going to say use as is. So you're going to type in the address of the for sale by owner, of course, right? Just make up a zip code, United States. So once all that's in there, you can put their birthday in here if you want, spouse name, whatever you want to do. That's not imperative. I have all these groups. I'm going to show you how to set up groups in just a second. So you won't have this in here when you're entering your first contact. And then all you need to do is hit save contact. Okay. Well, yep. I want to use this address. I know it's fake. And this is going to save my contact. Okay. So once you're in your address book, if you ever want to search and try to find a contact easily. So let's just search for Bob. There we go. I got a Bob Test and I got a Bob FSBO. Okay. So here's Bob, our FSBO. So that's how you add contacts. Really, really, really simple. So you can do that by hitting the address book, and you can import any FSBOs that need to go into the system now, or you can enter them in as you are prospecting on a daily basis. You have a for sale by owner that you meet with that fits your follow-up funnel. You've got to get him or her in here after your prospecting session as part of your prospecting cleanup, right? So in your success schedule, you should have time allotted, 20, 30 minutes, to clean up the mess you make after you prospect, because you've got leads that you've generated, you've got emails that need to be sent out, you've got to add people into your CRM, and now you've got to add people into your banner season direct mail system. So that is the address book. That is how you create a new contact. Now, let's talk about creating groups, okay? So what a group is, let me go ahead and hit create new group. A group is just what it sounds like. Like all your FSBOs, you want to have them in one group. And we're going to name this FSBO direct, well, if I can spell right, direct mail. And we're going to say, we're going to create this group. This is how you're going to keep all your data organized, right? So now I've created this FSBO direct mail group. And so every time I add in a new contact, I can just add them right into this for sale by owner direct mail group. And the cool thing, once we set all of this up correctly, is every time you drop somebody in a group, it's going to fire off the campaign. So all you have to do is add in a contact, put them in the group, and it's going to start sending out mailers on your behalf automatically. You don't need to touch a thing. It's really, really cool. So once you have this group set up, I'm just going to go back to address book. And now every time you add in a contact, right, I'm going to go back. I'm going to find our Bob Fisbo. So let's pull Bob back up. I'll show you how to add people into the group. So as you're adding people, you can hit edit. You won't have to do this. When you add someone for the first time, remember how I showed you, you could add them into an existing group, but I didn't have this group built yet. So now I can go ahead and edit this contact. And here's all my groups. So I'm going to put Bob into this Fisbo direct mail group. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save contact. Yes, I know the address does not work. I'm with you. All right, perfect. So now I've got my groups. And so you can always look at your address book and see who's in what group. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do after you have all of your for sale by owner contacts in your group, right, which is right here, your for sale by owner direct mail group. You've got everybody in there. So hopefully you've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people in there, and you keep growing that thing every single day. The next step in banner season is to create all of your cards that are going to go out to the for sale by owner over the next 8 weeks. So banner season calls those cards projects. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and up here and hit the navigation. We're going to say, we're going to start a new project. But before I do that, I just want to show you mine so you can get an idea of what it is that I do. Okay. So these are all the cards, and I'm going to blow this up in just a second so you can kind of see each one of these. These are all the cards that I send out personally, that a lot of people on my team send out. These are the cards that our designer can make and put in here for you. Okay. So let me walk you through essentially what our campaign looks like. So the first thing that the for sale by owner gets is this gigagram. It's an 8.5 by 11 mailer. Banner season calls it a gigagram. Okay. So this is the front of it. You always know, once I get into the designer here and we start creating your cards, you always know where you're at. Okay. So you can always drop this down and say, okay, am I in the front? Am I in the interior, the back, or the envelope? So right now I'm on the front. This is what the front looks like. This is the interior, right? So you open it up. This is left panel, right panel, walking them through the details of essentially the backup plan. And you don't need to get this nitty gritty. So we're going to create these together. And then the back, so you can kind of see what that looks like. And then the envelope, right? It's probably like my favorite part about this, because you get an envelope like this. It says the for sale by owner backup plan on it. Like, you're going to open it. And my picture's on everything. So the consumer gets to starts to know me. All right. So that's the first thing they get. It's the first card they get. It's 8.5 by 11. Now those are a little bit more expensive to send out. I think those are like $4 or $5. But the whole campaign, if depending on what plan you're on, let's just say they're $1 a piece to send out on average, and then $5 for this program. So you got 5 plus another $7. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, what is that? $13, $14 for a full direct mail campaign to go out to a for sale by owner lead. I look at that as well worth it. So the for sale by owners that you're working with, you know, the good ones that you're going to follow up with, would you be willing to invest $15, in marketing to those people? It's not a lot of money. So that's the first one that goes out. Second one that goes out right here, number 2, flexible commission. So I'm just going to open this up, hit options, continue editing, so you can kind of see what this looks like. All the cards they look exactly the same. The information is just different, and it's going to be the same thing for you guys. So the consumer gets this, they open it up, flexible commission program, the for sale by owner backup plan. It's always branded to the same kind of look and feel. The inside of it, considering our backup plan, 1% full service. Our flexible commission program ensures you put the most in your pocket. And it just kind of walks them through a little bit. I don't write them a book in here. These are marketing pieces. I just want them to see enough. Our full service program starts at 1% commission. I just want them to pick up the phone and call me. Here's the back of it. And then the envelope for these are just plain white. So you can't, well, you can now, but I don't even recommend. You don't need to do that. You could just send these out and use the white envelopes that go with them. Banner season sends them out. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Okay. So that is the second card. Okay. And I'm just going to go through these a little bit faster now to keep this moving. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing, actually. So they get the gigagram, the 8.5 by 11 gigagram. Then they get the flexible commission. Then 3 is the savvy seller. These all, you can see, they all look the same. Number 4 is the no handcuff. Number 5 is our open house. Number 6 is our proactive marketing. Number 7 is our no pressure. And then 8, we send out the backup plan gigagram again on the 8th time. So once we get to building the campaign in this training, you'll see how this all kind of comes together. So you have an option. You can have my designer design all these for you, or I want to show you how you can make your own. And it's really, really simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a new project. So you can get there right here. You can always click this tab, start a new project. So let's go ahead and do that. So we want to, once we hit that, we want to go ahead and hit create card. And here are a couple, so the options. This is what I was saying before. On the smaller cards, they now have the ability for you to customize smaller cards like the big gigagram. But you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Okay, so just start with the 5x7 greeting card. This comes with a regular white envelope, which is fine. They address them, they stamp them. You don't need to do any of that. So what you're going to do is you're just going to hit start from scratch. Okay, so I like to do the landscape where you open it up kind of up and down. You can do whatever you want. If you want to open it up like a book, the gigagram opens up like a book. That's the bigger one. But your cards, I like to do for whatever reason. There's no particular reason why or why not. I like to use the landscape. So I'm going to use that for now. So this is going to open up the editor. And I want to show you guys literally how easy this is. So this is like click and drag and drop. So if you can do that, you're going to be in good shape. So when you're creating a card, again, you always know where you're at, right? This is the front of the card, inside top, inside bottom, back. Real simple. So we are creating the front of the card. So if you don't want to use my designer and you want to create your own FSBO backup plan, which I think a lot of people do, it's totally fine and it's real simple. So let me show you how to do this. So all you have to do is upload pictures from your computer, right? So over here on the editor, you've got photos, you've got filters, borders, text. One word of advice, don't go crazy with design. You don't need to be spending 6 days in here building the sexy designs. The whole point is to get some consistent messaging to these people through the mailbox, and so they can see your message, see you, start to know you, start to understand what it is that you do. Okay, so all you have to do is hit this upload button. And you can upload as many pictures as you want in here, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go ahead and design the front of this now. So all you do is drag and drop, and I don't want the picture to be that big, so I just hit that little transform button. We'll just make this a little bit smaller, and you can just play around with it, right? So we'll make that smaller. All right, let's start with that. Okay, so I'll put my picture in the lower right-hand corner. I'll put our company logo in there. And so so once I click on that, if you want to move the image around, just hit transform. And you can drag this, make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want to do. Okay, so now I'm going to put in some text. So there's some photos. You can add as many as you want, make it look any way you want. I want to add some text. So I just go down here to the left-hand side and I hit text. And I'm going to hit this green button, add empty text box. This will pull up a text box. So now I'm going to brand this just like mine that my designer made. I'm going to call this FSBO Backup plan. And I'm going to make this, I'm going to highlight this. How you edit this right here is edit text. So I'm going to get a different font because I want this to be nice and bold. I like this one right here. And then we're going to make that big. So let's play around with this a little bit. And let's see what that looks like. So let's drag this. Boom. And I like those little lines from it allows you to line things up properly. It looks really good. So FSBO backup plan. Now I'm going to add another text box. Let's add another one. And I'm going to say presented by, and I'm going to use just a different, not as bold of a font on this one. Let's go. Yeah, we'll just use that for now. Make this a little bit smaller. Presented by, and this is where I'm going to put all my information, right? Brandon, all caps, Brandon Mulrenin. Put your title, realtor. Put your phone number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. You're going to put in your email address. So brandon@gmail.com. Boom. All right. So let's drag this to where we want it. And there we go. Well, let's just, it's saying, hey, some of this text might be cut off. So let's move this in a little bit. There we go. Cool. Now I have no errors. All right. Let's see what that looks like so far. It's looking good so far, right? So this is the first card in the series. So you can either do a card like this if you don't want to do the gigagram. I'll show you how to do a gigagram in just a second. It's this exact same process. But all I'm doing right now is I'm creating the first card so we can use this as our templates. So there's the first one, okay? And so with the first one, let's just pretend you're going to use just cards. You're not going to use the $5 gigagrams. I'll make a gigagram next, but let's just use this one as our first card in the series, which is the backup plan overview, okay? So this is in a 5x7. So this is when they open it up. This is what they're going to see. That's the front of the card, okay? So now we got to design the inside of the top of the card. So we can go back. We can just put our logo if we want. Make this smaller. And once you design this one time, you're going to have this template in here forever, so it goes even faster. So, okay. So now we got to add some text. And I don't like that. I'm going to use this font, so we're using the same font throughout. And I'm going to say, my FSBO backup plan details. And you're going to see how I kind of keep this high level. So we'll bold that, maybe we'll underline it. And let's make that bigger, 26. All right, let's make that so that's all one line. We'll pull that to the top. All right, cool. I make sound effects when I design stuff, just so you know. So I might make some noises here and there. All right, so now I'm just going to put like bullet points almost of like high level stuff of everything that's included with our backup plan. Because again, the point of this is to get your message across and then get them to pick up the phone and call you. So I'll make this a little bit smaller. And I'm going to say 1. All you're doing with this first card is telling them what is included, right? Being a little bit descriptive of what's included, because every other card will give more details around each one of these. 1, flexible commission. Flexible commissions. 2, so instead of like right here, you wouldn't put savvy seller. You want to be a little bit more descriptive. So I would put, so instead of savvy seller, which allows them to continue selling on their own, I'll just say continue selling on your own. I'll put in parentheses. I'll just say at the same time. Let's see, maybe I'll just leave that out. Continue selling on your own. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that, I guess. I don't want to do what I tell you guys not to do and overthink it, right? So all I want them to do is know that they can continue selling it on their own. 3 is our no long-term listing contracts. Boom, okay. Let's make sure all that's lined up. Number 4 is our for sale by owner open house. Number 5, proactive buyer marketing. Number 6, no, I'm going to put this all in caps, no pressure to list your home. And there you go. So I'll just leave those in there. I'm going to hit transform. That's how you can drag and drop this. Perfect. So that's right in the middle. So when they flip that up, that's what they're going to see. They're going to say, all right, cool. My FSBO backup plan details. So now we've got the inside designed. So now we can go to the bottom. Okay. So we'll go back to photos. You can put the bottom. I'm going to leave this off because it's on the top. So I'm not going to put the logo again. I just need my text. Let's get our same font. So now I'm just going to put in here, I am going to put a call to action. I'm going to say, call me today to discuss details. So let's bold that. Put that at the top. Call me to discuss the details. I'm going to add in another text box. I'm going to say, so let's do some bullets here. No pressure. Now we get into some scripting stuff here, right? So you'll decide if it makes sense. And then I'm going to just put phone number and email really big and bold. So put that in the middle. And at the bottom, I'm going to put in my phone number and email. And we'll just drag that down. Boom. We'll make that a little bit bigger, 24. Boom, there you go. Right, so that's the bottom of the card. And then back of the card, your address is going to go on here anyway. So when you set up your account, you put in your business address here. So if you wanted to here, you could do put your logo. And then you might brand this as the FSBO backup plan, right? So we'll use this bold. FSBO backup plan. There you go. Well, let's make that, let's raise that up a little bit. There you go. And we make that a little bit bigger. 14, maybe a little 16. There we go. Cool. And again, that's just the back of the cards. We don't want that too big and bulky. So there you have it. We've got the front of the card design with your picture, your logo, FSBO backup plan presented by here's all your information, nice and branded. They open up the card, and you can make this any color you guys want, right? So if you don't like white as the background, change it. Make it your brand colors. And then you got the inside top of the card. Here's my FSBO backup plan details. Again, this is the first card. Then you are, here's the bottom. Simple call to action. Call me today to discuss the details. There's no pressure. You'll decide if it makes sense. Here's my number and my email, and then the back of the card, all right? So what you're going to do is after you've done designing your first card, you're going to go ahead and hit save. And once you hit save and you go back to return to save projects, you're going to see this in your save projects right here. Boom. And you can do a couple things. So here's what I want you to do. Again, you can rename this. Okay. So I'm going to hit options right here on the right hand side. I'm going to rename, and I'm going to just rename this FSBO mailer number 1. And you can title this if you want. Backup plan details. Update name. And then once that's done, you can then make 6 copies of this, right? Because this is the first one, so you need 6 more cards. And because you're going to send this one twice out into your campaign once we build the campaign. So we're going to go ahead and hit copy project. We're going to do this 6 times. So we have 6 of those puppies. Continue editing. Or whoops, I want to copy project. Copy project. And then copy project. And again, once you set this up one time, you never have to do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. Copy project. All right, cool. Now I've got enough. Now I'm going to go in here and edit these, right? So I've got my mailer 1, which is the backup plan details. Now I'm going to go into this one, and I'm going to rename this right now. So let's just rename this guy. I'm going to say FSBO mailer number 2. And we're going to call this one Flex Commission Program. So we'll go and update this. And you can do it whatever way you want, right? If you want to go in here and just name all these so you can stay organized, you can do that. So I'll just do that now. That's how my brain thinks before I edit this. So let's rename this one. So we've got FSBO mailer number 3. FSBO 3. And this one in the campaign should be your Savvy Seller program. Savvy Seller program. Right? And I'll just copy actually that, make it even easier. Update name. All right, so let's go to 4. Mailer number 4. This is the no handcuff listing. Update name. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Keep getting all these just named. So this is going to be 5. This is our for sale by owner open house. Six. Number 6. This is going to be proactive marketing. All right. Let's do our last one. 6. Rename. This will be card number 7. This one mailer number 7. This is our no pressure consultation. Boom. All right. Now, all you're going to do, I'm going to do one more with you guys here, and I'll show you how to edit these. And then you go here, go in all of these and edit them. All right. So we've got our backup plan details. We already did that one. Now we've created a template for all of them, right? So I'm going to go into FSBO mailer number 2. I'm going to create this one with you. So I'm going to hit options, continue editing, and this will pop open the editor. There's your template already made. So the only thing you're going to do on the cover is you can outline what this one is about, right? So in parentheses, you can say flex keep that smaller, flex commissions, parentheses. All right, there you go. I'm gonna move this picture over a little bit, make this a little bit smaller. There we go, cool. Flex commissions, right? So FSBO backup plan, flex commissions, that's this one. And I'm gonna go into the inside, and I'm just gonna edit this. My flex commission program, right? So there's your title. Click into this one, and we can edit the details. We can say 1%. Kind of just spell this out, right? 1% commission. And you can maybe just do an equal sign, 1% commission if you bring the buyer. 4% commission if I bring the buyer. 6%. And you don't even have to spell this out. You could just say, you know, full service listing, just like mine did, starting at 1%. So it's totally up to you. You can either spell it out like this, or just say, hey, full service program starting out at 1% commission. 6% commission if, say, only if another agent brings a buyer. Right? So let's move this a little bit. Transform, drag this down. Boom, there you go. My flexible commission program, you spell it out, what it is. That's the inside of the top. Now you have your call to action. You can kind of leave this the same. However, this part you're going to change a little bit. So I would leave no pressure here. You'll decide if it makes sense. I'm just going to add in some things here. I'm going to say this ensures you net the most money. I'm going to make these a little bit smaller, and then I'm also going to say gives you the freedom to continue selling on your own, right? So we'll move this up a little bit, transform, drag up, really simple. Boom, it's in the middle. There you go. So I'll just bold this. Click over here on text. So it is bolded. So maybe I'll underline it because I want this to stand out a little bit more. There we go. Cool. There you go. That one's done. Okay. And the back's already done. So all you have to hit is save. Save and you're done. Off to the next card. You can return to save projects. And your card 1 and card 2 is complete. Okay. So you're going to do that for the next, for your Savvy Seller program, no handcuff listing, open house program, proactive marketing, and the no pressure consultation. Okay. So just to kind of talk through this Savvy Seller program, again, all you're going to do as far as content goes is keep it very simple. Keep it very simple, keep it very high level, and just say, explain to them, even after selling your home with me, you still have the ability to sell on your own. The no handcuff listing agreement just simply says you don't have to sign a long-term contract, get out for any other reason. FSBO open house, we can market your property as an open house even without listing it with me. We do proactive buyer marketing versus reactive, which is what they do. And then the no pressure consultation, this is the last one in the campaign that they get before getting another one of the backup plan details. This is just simply where you want to communicate to them, hey, let's get together. There's no pressure. I'll walk you through everything I can do. You're just asking them to meet. That's it. Okay, so you're going to go in here and edit all of these till all of those are done, because then after you're done with this, we'll start building out your FSBO campaign. So now after you're done editing all of your cards that are going to go into your for sale by owner campaign, the next step in the process is creating the actual campaign itself. So this is really simple to do. All the hard work is behind you. It's going to get a lot faster from here. And again, you only have to do this one time. So we're going to go back up to the navigation and we're going to say we want to go to Campaign Builder. And this is where all your campaigns are going to be saved, right? So there's all mine. I've got birthdays and different stuff happening in there. But I'm going to create the FSBO campaign for you from scratch. So all you have to do is go ahead and hit Create New Campaign. We're going to give this a name. We're going to call this the FSBO campaign. And we want to select this as a drip campaign. And we go ahead and hit Create. All right, so now that that's created, the way that you build this is we're going to create shipments. Okay, so shipment number 1 is, we'll just say number 1, right? When do we want this to send? We want this to send immediately after we put somebody on this campaign. So immediately, 0 days. And then right down here, we're going to add a project or add a card. And good thing for you, you already have all these built. So you go ahead and hit Add Project. You scroll down to your FSBO mailer number 1, which you should have already completed, which is the backup plan details. Go ahead and hit Add. You scroll down. This adds this right down here in the shipment. Shipment number 1. You're going to go ahead and hit Save Shipment. So once you hit Save Shipment, this will show you what's happening here, okay? This is the entire campaign. So now that you have the first shipment, let's add in another one. Go ahead and hit Options, Add Shipment. Shipment name, we're going to call this number 2. I like to send these out every 5 or 7 days. So let's just say I'm going to put in here just 5 days later. Add project. And we're going to add in card number 2. Right here. Save shipment. And then we continue building out the campaign. We're going to go ahead and add a shipment. Number 3. We're going to send that now. Just keep it on the 5 so it's easier. So we want to send it on the 10th day. Add project. We want card number 3, which is a Savvy Seller. Right there. Save shipment. All right. We'll just keep adding these. Add shipment. So we have all 8. Shipment name number 4. So now we're going to send this 15 days. So we need card number 4, add, save shipment, options, add shipment, number 5. So we got, what is that, 20, the 20th day. We need card number 5, add, Save shipment. So now we got card 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going out. Really simple. Let's add card 6, add shipment. So this is going to go out 25 days. We need card number 6. Add, save, add another shipment. Card number 7. Number 7. This is going to go out on the 30th day. Add project. We need our 7th card, which is the no pressure consultation. Hit add, save shipment. All right, so once you have added all of your cards to the campaign, you've got card 1 through 7 over 30 days where this is dropping to them automatically. Now what you can do is when you hit options, you can hit manage recipients and you can enroll a group, which you should already now have built. So we just hit enroll group and we go to our FSBO direct mail that you already built earlier in this training. We hit select. And once they're in here, it saves automatically. So you are pretty much done. There's a couple final tweaks that we'll do now. So we're going to go ahead and hit view all campaigns. Here's your FSBO campaign that you just built, right? So to launch this, you see the status. You see how this is on paused. So now that I have, once I hit start campaign, it's going to say active. Once that happens, everybody that's in that campaign is going to start getting these mailers that go out automatically based on the amount of days that you put into the system. So another question that pops up, so that's campaigns, okay? So that's how you build a campaign. That's how you activate a campaign. Now, if you ever need to take somebody off of a campaign, it's very, very simple, okay? So let's pretend you call a for sale by owner on Monday and you have, they tell you, hey, I listed with somebody else, or, don't call them anymore, or I sold it, or whatever, and you want to take them off the campaign. All you have to go do is go into your saved campaigns, hit manage recipients, look at the actual person that's on the campaign and hit unenroll contact. Really simple. Hit one button and you're done. So that is the full banner season training. We talked about the platform overview, walked you through the address book and adding contacts. You learned how to create groups. We created your cards, which you have the option for us to create your cards, or you saw how simple it is for you to do. You can take 20 minutes one day, build out all your cards, and you never, ever have to do it again. We built campaigns, and then I showed you how to activate and deactivate campaigns. So let me just jump back in here and wrap this training up for you guys. I know this is a long one, so good job staying with it. So here's what you need to do, right? You've got to get all your cards designed like we just talked about. And if you want us to help you, just go to remarketingstore.com and we'll set you up. Get your FSBO group set up, get your campaigns built up. There's a lot of work here to do, but it doesn't have to take a long time. If you take, again, 20, 30 minutes, you can have this entire campaign built. That's why I built this training the way that I just did, is for you to follow along, go back, pause the video, do it yourself. And so this is all built one time, and then forever and ever and ever, you're just adding people into your groups. Campaign gets triggered automatically. So that is it for this training. If you have any questions, of course, ask me in the Facebook group or join one of our weekly Q&As. I'll see you in step 5.5 very soon.